Hello, my name is Michael Schwartz, and today I'll be showing you the works of WordPress and how to implement categories and putting them on your sidebar to show different kinds of information so you don't have to type it out every time. There's a couple things you need to do to get started. Have a PHP coder, either Dreamweaver. It's actually the only one I'm familiar with. So if you have Dreamweaver, good for you. If you don't, get it. Let's go ahead and get started. So right here, we have Dreamweaver pulled up. This will be towards a specific person who has asked me to do this. And we are using the same WordPress theme. So anything that I do on this theme can also be implemented on other themes if you so need to. This is the guy. I'll go ahead and shoot him a message. I am recording now. There we go. Okay. First thing, need to pull up your theme, and the theme I'm using is a heavily customized smart mag. And so, come over here to single. It's my so content. So basically, this right here, I added in my functions.php. I added a sidebar. Right, so you see these register here, just basically copy and paste into a new line and then rename it to whatever you want. I just chose sidebar 1 column. Made sense. And have the heading 3. Be sure to put that code in there if it's not already. And actually, I'll go ahead and start a notepad and kind of copy and paste all this code onto different lines, and then I will have that as a download in the description. So here, select all of this. So basically all you need to do is just copy and paste this onto a new line in your functions.php. That'll be your first one right there. And we'll shove that over here for now. Okay. So after that, come back over here to your single.php, and there should be something down here that classifies where your sidebar is. And look at this layout. You're going to need to create a new file that basically says if single, is single, sorry. This basically indicates that if it is single.php, basically if it's a post, in other words, to display this file, which will be includes. So make a new, I don't think it comes with includes, but I like to have an includes folder just to keep everything kind of organized. So just basically right click on your theme name and then new folder, and then put that in there, and then make a, and then also in the includes new file, and then you're going to rename it to something to the effect of location data.widget.php, and that or whatever you're wanting to do. And so that's basically going to be that. And so after you make that file, okay, so I made another folder, actually, location data widget. Open that, and it does look a little complicated right now. However, actually, I'll just put this in the notepad, so you can kind of copy and paste and put this. And just to kind of explain what everything is, so yeah, you're gonna copy and paste all of that in there, and wow, that's a lot. Okay, so this basically just classifies it city, town, and actually I'll show you what it looks like live so you can kind of get a sense of what we're doing. So yeah, you see this is what we're talking about. So let me put this side by side. We're looking at, so location data, this will be the text that goes up here, so on and so forth, and this will just be, this is essentially a table that's set up here. And we have city, town, and so that it's strong and red. And then we have an include, this guy, and that's basically what puts the category onto this page right here. And I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. So copy and paste that in there, and then put in the information that you want to go up in that area. So in the includes, in the includes folder that you made, or whatever folder you made, you're going to be creating something like if you wanted to do city, it's kind of like I do. So let's say you have a bunch of categories of all the different towns and cities that you've been. You would make one that's called cities or whatever you want to name it, and so right click, new file. All right, so it'll come out as HTML first. So just change that to PHP, and then come over here and let's do cookies. Okay, so cookies, and we're basically gonna delete all of this. We don't need any of this. Whatever your okay, so this is the cities page, and so basically you're gonna type in. Actually, I'll just copy and paste this over to the notepad as well. And copy and paste, and then have the link. If you want it to hyperlink to something, then you just hyperlink it to whatever. Okay, so that's kind of your template here. If it's in that category, display this, and this is just a bullet point. It's just the bullet point. So under cookies, we would do this, and you just paste it in, and it'll do everything you need to, just replace everything. But anyways, you kind of get my point. Now, for a different instance, if for some reason, or if, okay, so another thing that I have on there is if you wanted just text. If you don't want it to be a category, but you want it to be text, I do have these hyperlinked as well, but if not everything was built in 1930s or whatever, so if it's a specific year like 1991 or something specific, you can also do that. So back under the Dreamweaver, under the location data, you'll see that I have the year built, and so if we go under year built, which is a similar PHP file to the other ones, it's going to look a little different though. It's going to be, you're going to just be changing this. Instead of displaying whatever text you put here, you're going to want to get a plugin called More Fields. Just look up More Fields, and it'll basically enable you to kind of type it in here, and it will also display out there wherever you paste that code. Not sure if that makes sense, but so basically saying it's also a category, just so I can also hyperlink it to other categories as well. But this is the code that takes that text that you put in that field and displays it somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Let me go ahead and show you how that plugin works real quick. Okay, so I have the AAR location data here, and basically you just need to make a new one and used with type, so you can make one for pages or something. Let's add a new field and see what it looks like. So field title, this one really could be anything, doesn't matter. It's just what's going to display under the whole thing. And so let's go with cookies. If it's something that's 2 words, just be sure to use no capital letters, no spaces. Just make sure it's something like that. You can put a description, like if you have specific instructions, and then hit save. But that, I don't know if that makes sense. If you are confused in any way, just leave a comment in the description, and I'll try and, like I said, first tutorial. I apologize if I'm a little scatterbrained. For instance, if you also wanted to put I also have that same table, or part of the same table, down here. Instead of the description, instead of the summary, I put this here instead, and so it's the same principle. You can still use your same category files. So if we go over here to loop.php, maybe. Yes, okay. So you're going to see something down here that says, it's going to be around 66 or 67, but you're looking for something that says like a summary or caption. I think it's caption. So you're going to want to replace it with this. So it's that same table, but you don't have to, and it links to the same files, includes classes, includes cities, and so on and so forth. Or you could also put it under the caption, which is, I mean, it's really whatever you want to do. However you want to do it, it's up to you. That's all you really need to do. Just make, anytime you have that new category or like different types of sidebars, just be sure to make a new file for that and put in the codes accordingly. If you're not familiar with Dreamweaver and you want to put these online, so let's say I'm going to save this, just Control S or Command S for Mac, and that's basically a file, save. And then actually it's going to be right here, just this little up arrow, and they're going to put output. This is only if you're connected to your online FTP server. That's pretty easy to set up. That's a different tutorial. There's many online that you can look up to do that. But yeah, I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. Be sure to post in the comments if you are in any way confused, or if you just have a question. There's a lot of other custom codes that could be done, and I'll probably do some other tutorials on that. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I will see you next time, and have a good rest of the day.